Got my white tie, got my hopes high.
John Denver and the ladies.
Got time to play Cinderella, all I need is a girl to go with. Got time to play Cinderella, all I need is a girl. Good evening, folks, and welcome to our show starring Valerie Harper, Cheryl Tiegs, Tina Turner, Erma Bombeck, and my special guest, Miss Cheryl. Eat your heart out, guys.
If she'll just appear, we'll take this big town for a walk.
And if she'll say, my darling, I'm yours, I'll throw away my white tie and my best pressed sleeve. All I really need is the girl. Ladies and gentlemen, Valerie Harper. Show me a man that's got a good woman. Show me. Show me a man that's got a good woman. Show me. Show me a man that's got a good woman. Show me a man that's got a good woman. Show me a man that's got a good woman. Show me a man that's got a good woman. Show me a man that's got a good woman. I'll show you a man that goes to work humming. You know he's got some sweet love coming at the end of his working day. I got my best now. I really need is a girl. I got my white tie, and all I really need is a girl. I got the time and the place. I got the rhythm. Now all I need is a girl to go with them. Just get here, we'll take this big town for a whirl. And if she'll say, my darling, I'm yours. Oh, show me a man that's got a good woman. I'll throw away my white tie and my best friend's sweet. All I really need is a girl, is a girl, is a girl, is a girl, is a girl. So far, Valerie, you look beautiful, and singing and dancing like that. That was great.
Oh, John, you were too. Listen, I wouldn't have missed this for the world. John Denver and the ladies.
Yeah?
Yeah, and your white tie and your tails and this incredibly elegant set, John. You know, actually, I was expecting your country boy look, complete with eagles and kangaroos and dolphins and polar bears and all that stuff. And this is just incredibly stylish and chic and terrific.
I'm really glad you like it.
I like it. I love it. And I was relieved not to have a rabies shot.
Well, you see, Valerie, in view of what's going on in the world today, I thought it would be really fantastic if I did a show with 5 of the most beautiful, exciting, and successful ladies around.
Well, you're certainly dressed for it.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to cause any problems, you know.
Why would there be any problems, John?
Well, you know, the ladies today are getting a little assertive and very independent, and sometimes kind of tough.
Well, now, there's a problem right there. You see, men today are assuming that women are going to threaten them in some way, like that they want to change the natural balance of things.
Oh, and that's not what you want?
certainly not.
Well, great. Listen, may I have the next dance?
You may.
Thanks.
I'll lead. But how? You better.
And if she'll say, my darling, I'm yours,
Please throw away that white tie and your best friend read it.
all I really need is the girl. I just love to dip.
Not from Colorado, not from Australia, not from Alaska, from sea level, indoors, from ABC at Prospect and Talmadge, miles away from any kind of nature, John Denver and the ladies. John Denver and the ladies, brought to you by the DuPont Company. You and DuPont. There's a lot of good chemistry between us. And by Dr. Pepper. Be an original, be a pepper. And sugar-free Dr. Pepper, the diet soft drink that tastes fattening, but it's not.
The most photographed face in the world. It belongs to Miss Cheryl Tiegs. You know, I would imagine there's not a man in America who wouldn't give anything to spend the day with Cheryl Tiegs. Just get your own television show, fellas. It's a piece of cake. Every morning, huh?
Yeah. Don't you feel great?
Yeah, great. Almost there?
About a mile more to the gym.
Another mile?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's all.
I can't wait. I am famished.
Oh, I feel great.
You know, I didn't eat any breakfast this morning, so I'm really looking forward to this.
Oh, I hope you like this place. I've ordered some lunch.
Boy, they're ready, too. This is great.
Thank you.
Great.
Ah, perfect. We better dig in. I'm late for the makeup.
Is this it?
Doesn't it look good?
Yeah. can't believe that. You know, I mean, the way that you do that and moving around everything, and it's far out to be here taking the picture.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh, I did immensely. You know, it's wonderful to see that. I cannot imagine doing it. I mean,
I could teach you.
You think so?
Give you a few lessons.
No.
Come on.
My motto's go for it, but I am a little hesitant.
Come on.
You think so?
Yes.
All right. When you smile, I can see that there's hope for me and for you. If you know what I mean, you really sock it to me. I mean, you rock it to me. Yeah. When you smile, 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 smile. I love it when you smile.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you very much. You know, things are changing awfully fast these days, and nowhere faster than in the traditional relationship between men and women. Even as recently as when I was growing up, mothers and fathers talked to their little boys one way, and they talked kind of differently to their little girls. Boys were encouraged to grow up and get a college education. One day you might be president. Little girls, on the other hand, were encouraged to take home economics. One day you might marry the president. Well, today all of that has changed. Little girls can grow up to have it all. One example of that is our special guest star tonight. She's a mother and a housewife, one of the biggest stars in America. Ladies and gentlemen, the star of Charlie's Angels, Miss Cheryl Lamb.
When this crazy world has got me going, when I'm feeling hung up, strung upside, when I just feel like crying, nothing satisfying, I know what I got to get to set me right. Oh, all I need is your good, good loving, baby. That'll pick me up before I count to 10. Oh, just a little bit of your good, good loving makes this ain't bad world the good I get. Now we all have those days when we're downhearted, and just the job of living is hard to do. But when it happens to me, and I feel kind of gloomy, I don't want no guarantee to see that through. Oh, all I need is your good, good loving, baby. That'll pick me up before I count to 10. Oh, just a little bit of your good, good loving makes this ain't bad
Cheryl, I have to tell you, I mean, that's some kind of singing for a housewife from South Dakota with a 4-year-old girl. That's great.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
Most of the songs that I write have to do with the difficulty that I have in being able to find time to be with my family. Has that gotten to be a problem for you in regard to all the success that you're enjoying now?
Oh, boy, is it ever. That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
You know, I think sometimes it would be so nice if I could just stay home and be a homemaker and be with the kid and the husband and do those things. But my parents gave me a real sense of myself, which is also good, and gave me a lot of opportunities to express myself and to sing and do those things. And that also is important, you know, that personal thing and that personal growth. But it's just the hardest thing in the world to walk out the door and say goodbye. It seems like all you say is goodbye all the time.
Yeah. You see, folks, when Cheryl and I first met in rehearsal earlier this week, this is exactly what we started talking about. And all of a sudden we knew what song it was that we wanted to do together. It's 5 o'clock this morning and the sun is on the rise. There's frosting on the window pane, sorrow in your eyes. The stars are fading quietly, night is nearly gone. So you turn away from me, tears begin to come.
It's goodbye again.
I'm sorry to be leaving you.
Goodbye again.
As if you didn't know.
It's goodbye again.
I wish you get to sleep at night. I can't quiet my heart or my mind. I toss and I turn, I ache and I burn. I get caught in the passing time. It's like too many miles, too many heartaches, too much that needs to be done. Yes, and too many sidewalks, too many people, too many hours alone. What's on your mind? What's on my mind? It's really quite the same. I've been working so hard and I'm ready to play. I know just the right game. What's on your mind is what's on my mind. That's the way it's gonna be. I'm gonna find me a place I can hide. I want you right next to me. Oh, I've never seen a more beautiful day. It's my favorite time of the year. The colors are changing, she's rearranging, and I'm so glad to be here. I've been up and around, I've been lost, I've been found, I've seen love face to face in my dreams. And the things that I know and the things that I show are not always just what they seem. What's on your mind is what's on my mind. It's just that way. It's like catching a ride on a beautiful river. Let it carry us all away. What's on your mind is what's on my mind. It's really nothing new. I wanna get you alone. I wanna make you my own, baby. I wanna make love with you. What's on your mind and what's on my mind is really quite the same. I've been working so hard and I'm ready to play, honey. I know just the right game. What's on your mind and what's on my mind is really nothing new. I wanna get you alone. I wanna make you my own, baby. I wanna make love with you. Yeah. At a time when the relationship between men and women is the subject of some hot and angry debate, it's kind of nice to turn on your television set at 7 o'clock in the morning and watch one woman talk about her own relationships and lifestyle in a richly warm and humorous vein. This woman has done for suburbia what the Middle East did for President Carter. Here she is, the First Lady of the Laundromat, the sex symbol of South Phoenix, Ms. Erma Bombeck.
Thank you. I have had such a neat time this week here with all the girls.
Well, now, Erma, I mean, you look just as sensational as any of those other ladies on the show.
Come on. I've got a cookie sheet older than Cheryl had. We've
Now, tell me the truth, Erma. Are you enjoying yourself out here in Hollywood?
Wonderful time here. I've been doing the whole tourist bit, you know, up and down Rodeo Drive and running through Beverly Hills in my bare feet, you know. I tell you, there is money in this town. I mean, real bucks here. You know, before we got here, we heard stories, you know, about, hey, people of Beverly Hills are so rich, you know, that they have kidneys shaped like swimming pools and all. It is really true. Not only that, I have a surprise for you. My husband has taken, are you ready for this, 600 slides of me running through these stores and home movies, and they are so good, John. I'm dying to have you see them. You're just going to love them. Don't you just love home movies and slides?
Well, no.
What do you know? You're going to love these.
This is the Sheik's house. You know, the one that they always talk about, you know, the big mansion on Sunset Boulevard?
Yes.
The one with the statues that are anatomically correct?
Oh.
Look at this. You can tell that I am upset. I am really upset. I do not want to see this. It just looks like a Shriners Convention that got out of hand. I don't know what happened. Really. I'm not a prude or anything like that, but I think that we should take sex out of the homes and put it back in the gutter where it belongs. I couldn't believe that they were doing this. It looked so bad. I stayed 5 hours, and then I just couldn't watch it anymore. I really couldn't. Oh, now you know this place. You were at this place.
Gucci.
It is so uncomfortable for me in that store. You know why it's uncomfortable? They always look at you like a puppy that missed the paper or something. There goes the handbag. Now, you were here. I know you were here with Cheryl Tiegs, right?
Giorgio's, yes.
Yes, yes.
Pretty incredible. What do you think?
Well, I tell you, it's not your basic thrift shop. No. In fact, I had a big decision to make here. I stopped and thought, golly, what should I do? Should I buy a scarf, or maybe should I make a payment on the house? Anyway, this little number I found, this little black dress, okay? All right. Do you know how much that cost?
No.
$4,700. Now, lucky I'm not, affected by this one way or the other. The only thing I could afford was the gum machine.
Is that?
That's right. I think it would be a neat place to buy furs, though, because I saw a lot of the furs hanging around, the things that were showing. And I never really had a real fur. I had something called a fun fur. And a fun fur is not a real fur. A fun fur was actually 565 hamsters under sedation. I wore that little thing to a luncheon once, and it ate 3 salads. It was so disgusting. You know what this is?
Public auction?
Yeah, it's an antique store. I love antiques. Oh, golly, I love antiques. I'll buy anything that's 2 weeks older than I am. I love it. This is the library. Now, that's a place where I think you would expect me to go because, I'm a literary person.
Yes.
Here is the Beverly Hills mass transit system. Did you ever see so many goodies in all of your life?
It amazes me.
I tell you, there was one blue car that I really liked a lot, and you sort of had to crouch to get into the thing. It was like really close to the ground. But I would walk on my knees the rest of my life for that car. No doubt. This is probably the only thing I really identified with so strongly. Okay, Beverly Hills Tennis Club.
Do you play tennis?
Well, actually, I'm not into sweat, John. Look at that stroke. Is that a ground stroke?
Look at that, yes.
I'm going to screw myself right in the ground. That's what I'm going to do. I could be a champion, you know, John? If I did not have small hands and fat thighs, I could be. Now, back to the shakes. I could not believe this. I mean, I told this man who accosted me, I said, if you don't stop accosting me, I'm going to call a husband. I mean, absolutely disgusting. I'll meet you there tomorrow at 3, John.
Well, it sounds to me like you had an absolutely great time, Erma.
Oh, I did. I wouldn't have missed this for anything in the world, especially this last part.
Oh, what part is that?
You know, the last part, the part where you sing to me.
I sing to you?
Yeah, like you've sung to all the other girls in the show. My family said John Denver singing a romantic ballad to Mom is just something they wouldn't want to miss.
Your family said that, huh?
Well, sort of. I think what they said was they'd believe it when they saw it.
Oh, well, they better believe this then. Don't go changing to try and please me. You never let me down before.
imagine that you're too familiar. You couldn't please me anymore. Don't go trying some new fashion. Don't change the color of your hair. You always have my unspoken passion. Although I might not seem to care, I love that clever conversation, witty quips and smart asides. I just want someone that I can talk to. I love you just the way you are. I said I love you, and that's forever. This I promise from afar. I couldn't love you any better. I love you just the way you are.
I love this dip.
Last year, for the first time, I appeared in a film. It was a Warner Brothers film entitled Oh God, and it was a great experience. The part of God was played by George Burns. Now, the idea of the movie is that God was very upset with the way things are going on in the world, and he comes to Earth and chooses a young supermarket manager to go tell the world that it better straighten up before it's too late. Well, we made the movie, and it did very well, and we were all very pleased about that, and then kind of went on to other things. And I never really thought much more about it until we started putting tonight's show together, John Denver and the Ladies. And the thought occurred to me, why is it that we always think of God as a man, as an older man at that? What if God were a woman? What if God were a young, attractive woman? Well, we would like to recreate the scene where God first appears to me. Now, I've already spoken to God on the radio in my car, but this is the first time that I actually see her.
John. John.
Oh, God.
That's right.
Is that you?
In person.
You're not on my radio?
Have you got a radio in here?
No.
Bingo.
You mean you're God? And you're right here in my bathroom?
Come on out and take a look.
Well, I can't. I'm naked.
You think I don't know what you got? It was one of my biggest goofs. Shame. People shouldn't be ashamed of their bodies. It's their minds that are the problem. Not what you expected, huh? Well, I picked a look you could relate to. For someone else, I would have looked different. You know, I can do any face or voice, whatever. I can even be a man. But then for God to be a man would be stretching credibility a bit too far, don't you think? Are you feeling faint? You know what's good for that? Shaving.
Shaving?
Sure. Sometimes we don't feel normal. Doing a normal thing makes you feel normal. Here. Start shaving. Go ahead. No, John, not with the shaving. With all the questions that are popping into your head.
Oh. Well, if you wanted to see me, why didn't you just appear over my bed?
Hollywood. Next question, please.
People are always praying to you. Do you listen?
I can't help hearing. I don't always listen.
Then you don't care.
Oh, I care. I care plenty. But, what can I do?
What can you do? What? But you're God.
Only for the big picture. I don't get into details.
Then whatever happens to us...
Happens. Here. I put in a new blade.
You mean that there's no plan? There's no scheme that guides our destinies?
A lot of it is luck.
Luck? Just luck?
Yep.
Oh.
Listen, put a little toilet paper on that. I'll get you this.
You don't control our lives?
John, I gave you the world and everything in it. The rest is up to you.
But we need help.
That's why I gave you each other. Here.
Oh.
Yeah, now tear off a corner.
Yeah.
And fold it up in a nice little wad.
With your power, you could solve...
Hey, don't wet it.
Sure?
Am I sure? Did I do a good job on the Grand Canyon?
Why don't you solve all our problems? We'll work a few miracles.
Look, I don't do miracles. They're much too flashy.
No miracles, huh? I know.
Well, okay. I'll confess. Once in a while, just to keep my hand in, I've done a few. I mean, I guess the last one would be 1969 Mets. Before that, I guess you'd have to go back to the Red Sea. And that was a beauty.
Look, no offense. I don't believe the Red Sea. I don't believe 6 days to create the earth.
Right.
I'm right?
Yes. To tell the truth, John, I thought about it for 5 days and did it all in one. I really invested the pressure.
1 day to create the whole world?
And the sun. I don't like to work in the dark.
If you're so involved, how can you permit all of the suffering that goes on in the world?
Hold it. I do not permit the suffering. You do. Now, you can either cherish and nurture each other, or you can kill each other. The choice is yours.
Well, what do we do, for God's sake? Excuse me.
Quite honest. And it's not for my sake. For your sake. You have got to make it work.
You don't care?
I do. I do care.
Well, then you do something about it.
I did. I got you to carry the ball.
I got no ball. I mean, how can I carry it?
You got television, haven't you? Huh? Okay. So tell the people how I feel and what I said.
Sure. And how do I convince people that I've really seen you, that you actually exist?
Second. I know it's in here somewhere. Here, Sean. Give him this.
You know, the women's movement has achieved a great many good things, but one change that I'm not particularly pleased about myself is that we can no longer refer to tropical storms by women's names. And that's a real drag because, I mean, the only way to refer to Ms. Turner, I mean, here she is, man, Hurricane Tina! Woo! What is the deal? I mean, where's your, how come there's not a... Tina, you're the first lady of rock. I mean, you're practically a legend in your own time. You can't come out here in a business suit, stand there looking at me like I'm crazy. I mean, lay it on me. Get it on. Go for it.
Sorry, John.
Well, I thought this would be a more fitting attire. For such an auspicious occasion, I thought that I would change my image.
Well, look, couldn't you just change it back for me tonight? I mean,
Well, all right. But just for one reason.
because you like me?
Well, then, for two reasons. The moment you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction, a real big spender, good looking, so refined. Say, wouldn't you like to know what's going on in my mind? Let me get right to the point. I don't pop my cork for every guy I see. Hey, big spender, a little time with me.
To get along just fine. I mean, just look at the show tonight. You've had so many different women on it, and you haven't had one problem.
It's gone really smooth.
Yeah, that's because you understand women.
No, I do what I'm told. You see, Valerie, on the subject of men and women, almost all we can say has been said.
And we'd like to believe poor old Adam and Eve can finally be put to bed. But on the subject of men and women, it still has one legitimate claim.
When push comes to shove, the true meaning of love is two people whose rights are the same.
Then the subject of men and women will finally show common sense.
And when all's said and done, and the battle's been won, evil ideas.
John Denver and the Ladies has been brought to you by Dr. Pepper. Be an original, be a pepper. And sugar-free Dr. Pepper, the diet soft drink that tastes fattening, but it's not. And by the DuPont Company. You and DuPont. There's a lot of good chemistry between us.
It's been a great pleasure to work with these ladies on the show tonight, and it gives me a wonderful opportunity to acknowledge all of the women in my life. From my own little girl, to my wife Annie, to my mom, to all of you out there. But I'd like you to know that when I sing this next song, I'm not talking about the way you look. I'm talking about the way you are.
Born on a quiet morning, just a dream in someone's eyes. A dream that's like a promise meant to be, giving rise to speculation on a place called paradise. And if I've ever been there, it's when you were with me. You're so beautiful that I can't believe my eyes each time I see you again. You're so beautiful that I'm in paradise each time I see you again. I remember some hidden valley where the skies are never still, and alpine meadows burn in the evening light. I remember the path to glory and the way around the hill, and I remember true love's eyes shining in the night. You're so beautiful that I can't believe my eyes each time I see you again. You're so beautiful that I'm in paradise each time I see you again. And if paradise is everything you see, then the place you must be coming from is ecstasy. You're so beautiful.
Tomorrow, the fun begins with Making It. Then Raj and Rerun organize a